notice the game is paused, and that shouldn't be right. There's not wrong with recording this. There we go. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. My name's Lucius and we're here back to the next part of this. I do apologise. My PS is running through Wi-Fi, which obviously drops my signal. But so rather than having the usage I required, it wasn't doing so well, so I've just swapped it over to the LAN cable, which should obviously boost it right through the roof. So we're back, so hopefully this time it should have better quality. Like I said, where my network setup is, it's right downstairs. Obviously downstairs, and I'm a couple of floors up, so obviously Wi-Fi isn't that great, but looking off the LAN cable I've got that runs through the whole house, it's absolutely sound. So we're back here. So let's go for another match and let's get straight into it. Hopefully this time we'll do a bit better. Like I said, it's my first sort of time playing this. I only played it a couple of times just so I get used to the buttons and stuff, and I'm still not used to that. But I'm a quick learner. So how it goes, because don't forget, when I'm playing battle royals, I'm more used to playing with when I play battle royals stuff like that, I'm more used to play just like basically get a gun and run around and shoot. It's a lot easier. This is hella different, so that way. I'm more interested in getting to it. There you go. There we go. As well, right, whilst I've got the time, I've got y'all here as well. In the title of this, I said I'm going to be discussing KSI and LoganPaul. Now, as you guys know, as you guys are aware of, they've just had their press conference the other day. They had the press conference the other day, absolutely fantastic, and it was quite good. I can't say I'm disappointed as such, but it was pretty obvious what was going to happen. It was pretty obvious that obviously because they're in because Paul Brothers were in like the home turf, it was obvious the crowd was going to go in that manner. Of course it was, and you could see, Deji was trying to G up everything, while it's KSI when he come out. You can see he's talking to Deji like, just calm down, no point. Because it was genuinely. Okay, in I go. I need some. Any gun? Someone's got a shotgun already. Not what I'm after. What is he? Straight into a battle royale. Where are we? So as you can see, KSI was kind of like trying to just be calm about it. Oh, 2 against 1. 27th, same as the first time, but at least I'm getting Atlas a bit more. See, with guns, I'm not badly accurate. I'm not bad unaccurate. It's just, I said, I'm just too used to playing other games, trying to build. So it's just a game I've just got to get used to. You know what I mean? But it's my first time, so have a laugh by all means. I'm crap, I know, but I'm not here really to I'm playing the game because I know some people just want to play it. Just be absolutely genuine honest. I'm here more to chat. But I just don't want to do a face-to-face thing. I want to do like a bit of gameplay with my chatting footage in there as well. I'm not playing this for long, only about half an hour. Like I said, I'm not a Fortnite fan. I'm only not a Fortnite fan because I'm too used to playing battle royals with just going and shooting. This is like shooting and building, so it takes. I love the game. I love the concept of the game, and I back it up to high hills. And like I said, goes so no problem. I just don't like the game as my opinion because it's just I prefer to have games my way. But that's just me. So don't say that. I don't take it as like this game's horrible. No, I don't mind it at all. Yeah. So as we can all see, the case they had the KSI and LoganPaul had their press conference. They had their press conference. Went quite well. I just seen it as Jake Paul was just being childish, as simple as that, and that's what Jake Paul is. He is childish regardless in that manner. He is childish in that manner regardless. Deji was just trying to, he was trying to be more civil, of course he was, and he was obviously trying to just like chat and say, well, come on man, listen, just give him my chance to have my say, rather than just interfering. And I won't be funny, but Jake Paul, what the hell were you wearing? That was just poor. That was just poor. That was just back to the same place I was before. That's just poor, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like, goes, end of the day, Deji just come out, just like goes, dude, I mean, I'm just here I just want to box. You want to hype it up and make it fancy and stuff, then you go do that. I'm just here to box, you know what I mean? And as you know, that's why KSI just come out with the great stuff on, yeah, it's LA, man. They're not used to the weather. They're from the UK bros, you know what I'm saying? So, big up to them. So, that being said, it's like, you know, to them, and myself, it is hot, you know, it's well hot over here. Oh, turn right there. Well, I'm pointing at, that's where we're going. It is well hot over here, so expect him to be for them to sweat. What do you expect? So expect him to sweat. What do you expect? You know what I mean? I hope you don't get seasick. But it still went quite well. I think it went quite well personally. I see something. I don't know if it's gone or not, but I see something. You'll do. Yeah, it's a gun. Hey, I'll have that shotgun as well. Happy days. So it's like, you know. So I did think it went quite well for them. As you can see, if you notice though as well, when Logan Paul came out, obviously went straight up to KSI's face, trying to intimidate him. You know, it's KSI. I was like, yeah, man, just sit down, you're a child, basically. Then from that, if you notice, KSI basically, for me, I think KSI stole the show. I genuinely think KSI stole the show, because, and I only say that because at the end of the day, because he didn't want the questions, he just basically roasted him. And if you notice, Logan Paul just kind of like didn't understand what he was like trying to roast them over. I completely understood, and the difference is, now my opinion on Logan Paul is, I think what he doesn't realise is the mere fact that how can I put it? Logan Paul is trying to put this fight as like, oh yeah man, you need me, this, that and other, I'm going to make this the biggest event ever. No, unfortunately to say it, KSI doesn't need Logan Paul. Logan Paul needs KSI, that's fact. And I don't care whoever out there says, no it's not, no it's not. I said, listen, Logan Paul decided to film a dead body. He said that destroyed his career, that destroyed his channel, that destroyed him and his fame. Completely and utterly, absolutely destroyed his channel. Logan Paul needs anything, because even when he made the video, people still call him fake for doing it. Cool. Woo! That's nice stuff. I've done that too. Damn. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. So Logan Paul absolutely 100% ruined. I'm dead anyway. If you notice, 20th, I've still dropped from last game. So as you know, like I said, because Logan Paul filmed the dead body in Japan and so disrespectful to the culture and the people there as well, as you can see, he ruined his channel. He absolutely ruined his fame and everything. There is kids out there obviously going to be naive about it, but there's a lot more kids in his own demographic that were looking at him going, what in the world? There's a lot of videos made by other kids that were like looking at him going, you've destroyed people's lives. That disrespectful is so unbelievable, you know. And because of that, Logan Paul had to make any way to make a comeback to keep his fame, to keep his respect, or anything that matter. So, because he tried doing a video, trying to raise awareness to it, and basically it was just self all the way through it. Tried apologising, it was self all the way through it. And then obviously he said, right, I'm taking time off YouTube. Yeah, you got told to. His manager said, dude, you've got to come offline. I said people are just going to hound you and hound you and hound you. You've got to lay low and let this overset you. And that's exactly what he did. And then KSI gave him his way back in by saying, well, tell you what, why don't you fight me? Because people want to see, and how can I put this? People don't want to see KSI and Logan Paul box. What people want to see is Logan Paul getting punched in the face for what he did. And that's the key reason why this is it's going to be more popular than anything else. People want to see a disrespectful person like that get beat up, and it's just a popular demand. And that's why. So if Logan Paul is really trying to say, oh yeah, I'm the main, no they don't. People want to see you getting punched in the face. People want to see your disrespectfful ass hitting that canvas. And KSI, I truly believe, is the one to do it. Now, I had my day. Now, as you all know, from the UK, Greater Manchester area, that's why I support the Syndicate so much. As you all know, I'm going to be backing Deji and KSI. You know what I mean? Not just because I'm from the UK. Main reason why is because the training that they put in is KSI. His training is quality. It's good, right? I can see some flaws from being in a martial arts background. I can see some flaws myself, and like I said, so I did have my doubts, but I didn't support him. And then I watched the leaked video by Logan Paul, which wasn't leaked video. Come on, let's be honest. It was. He put it out there because he was fighting. He was sparring against a 200-odd pound man, you know, and he obviously wanted that footage to go out to say, look at my power, look what I'm going to do. And if you actually watch that video, he didn't desecrate the sparring partner. He said because he caught him off guard with a cheap shot, and down he went. You'll get anybody that way. It's that simple. It's just that easy. That plain and simple. You know what I mean? It's just that simple at the end of the day. So it's just that simple. I had a little handler. So that you know what I mean. When I watched it, I'm not a boxer per se, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to do martial arts. But what I could see is Logan Paul's accuracy was kind of crap. I do apologise for the language, but it was severely poopy. And purely because his shots weren't like, how can I put it? His shots weren't accurate. When he was going for a punch, the person's face was like here, and he was punching like just to the side of it. I mean, just only slightly off, but nonetheless you're off. And that's the problem. It was only slightly off, but the main problem is you're going against KSI, a guy that has been in a boxing match, a guy who's actually boxed, who's actually been there and won it and gone through the rounds, and his accuracy is on par. You know, he's on fleek. So, you know, it's like you make your mind up. You know what I mean? But if you get where I'm coming from, KSI has got the better chance of winning this, and Logan Paul knows it. But any day, Logan Paul's not fussed whether he wins or loses this match. Logan Paul is more fussed at the fact his channel's back, and he's back to being famous, and he's back to having his name, and that's what he's mostly about. That, nothing else, just pure and simply that. Oh, go chest. And that's why Logan Paul's doing it. KSI can see that, but KSI will obviously get the views and get the stuff he wants himself, which is understandable. Which is completely understandable, I get that. And I wouldn't blame myself, that's exactly what I'd want to do. So it makes you more famous and everything else, of course it will do. Just get to make some wood, boys. Bump, drop, drop. Looks like I'm in this little part of town on my own. Hey. Now the difference is I'm not going to play this to try and get how can I put it? Nice. Desert Eagle. I'm not gonna try and play it out here. I'm not gonna try and play this to try and get like a #1 winner or anything like that. I'm not fussed about winning it. I'm just enjoying taking part. But then what I was talking about before was that the thing is, and I've also watching the video as well. KSI's been in a box match. KSI's done it. You know, he's already got the stamina, the speed, the power. You know, and that's what I mean. Joe Weller completely underestimated KSI's power ability and his stamina, and it's why I've noticed it's just basically one-sided, pretty much. It was just pretty much one-sided in that regard. Oh, nobody's here. Okay, let's boogie straight in. Huh. There we go. So, you just try to be quiet. I don't think anybody's. There's nobody here. Like, doors are closed, so logic, of course. Nice. Actually, yeah, rather this rapid fire. Michelle and Trinity, hello. This is Fortnite. This is a game that's completely free on your PS4. Ooh, I am here, so I need to also book it that general direction. Oh wait. So let's try and get it. Right, so and the other thing as well is Jake Paul just wants to try and get his name and his reputation back up, and by fighting Deji, a gamer most people know him as, while I could put it, while KSI is just eager to keep his title and show that he is a great boxer, and I'm not denying he's not. I can see he needs training, but like I said, how can I put it? His power's there. Not just his powers there, his stamina. His stamina is a key thing for boxing as well. Stamina with having that good power delivery is what's required. Of course, it is. Logan Paul, as I said, he's not fussed of whether he wins or loses. He's just fussed about taking part and to keep his notoriety, so to speak. To keep his celebrity status and people look at him going, well, you know, he did do the boxing match and stuff, and try to push it for charity and stuff. It's just because he needs his name, he needs his channel back, basically, and that's the sole purpose he's doing it for. That's it. There's no other one. Right. Try and be sneaky, trying to look out for anything. Heh, that's so cool. Anything else down here? Right, I can see there's some stairways made up there, so somebody's obviously jumped up there. Okay, right, let's get this. Just apologise for being quiet. I'm just trying to see that, make sure I'm not going to die. Right, there we go. I'm a sniper's wet dream. Look, pumpkins and stuff, it's quite cool. Right. Okay, it's been looted already, I guess. Just seeing, and I know this area's been completely looted, but it's just one of them. Oh, I need that. Yeah, so so Logan Paul needs KSI more than KSI needs Logan Paul. Look, KSI is now more famous than ever before. So, because I think, how can I put it? I can predict. I can seriously predict that I think. I seriously can predict, man, that like once the boxing match is over with, there'll be an ask for a rematch. If Logan Paul wins, there will be a definite rematch. You know, KSI will want a rematch. He'll want to win his belt back. He'll want that title. He'll want that. Logan Paul won't want it rematch. He'll be happy to have his name back and with good respect and everything like that. So, 38 people left. Okay. Got a bit of a. Hey, some more people about, but where? Ah, right. Right, that direction. That direction. Okay. So, happy birthday. It's not my birthday, it's already been. Holiday, May, June, October. So, during the press conference, I liked it, but it could have been a bit better. It was like sort of, they were just trying to taunt each other. Now I know that's what press conference is for boxing, but it's like you didn't give the audience a chance to listen to questions being asked. But if I'm being brutally honest, I don't think the host did a really good job. He tried to call everybody champ, and it's like, cause dude, it's like, cause I don't think not everybody wants to be called champ. You know, it's like people. Not everybody wants to be called champ, and that's what he's doing. It's like, because you can see, because they started taking the mickey out of him by saying he's not champ, and it's like, yeah, he's like, everybody's champ. I said no. So the only person there was technically a champ was KSI, because he's actually got a belt. He's actually got the YouTuber boxer champion belt. So, and the only person technically there would have been KSI, nobody else. So I don't think the host did that good of a job. If I'm being honest, and I'm not trying to be negative towards him and flat. It's like you could have handled it better, because realistically you should have like pushed KSI to turn around and say, no, listen man, you're here to answer questions, please do so, and not just like ignore it. And that's exactly what he's doing. Is he was ignoring that. Get a bit of sniper going. Bit of silencer. Just try to be quiet. If you look at the sky, it's sky there, this bit right here. See this bit here? It's a cool baby. I might play Minecraft at some other point. What was that? I don't know if that is a person. No. Look at my gun silent, so it's not too bad. Right, just try to look out. Just try to be sneaky, because at the end of the day, so I'm not the type of person who's going to run in and win the battle, win the day. I ain't going to be like that at this present time. So my only option for this game is just to be sneaky, try and whittle down the number of players, be as sneaky as possible, and try and get a last minute win. It's only when we're going to win anything, isn't it? But there is 24 people left, and I can't find any. I'm doing it just so if there's somewhere I can go at. Right, I could do the shotgun on my side. in house. I'm going to be better with a more powerful gun. What the hell is that? Okay. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. That's me giving away my position. Normally you just better wait here, but as we all know, you can rip down the walls and jump through windows, so there's no point in trying to. But I can hear something, so. There we are. Right, they're over there, so that's me going this way. Right, so let's stop here for a sec. Right, luckily enough, I'm right in where I'm meant to be. Nice. Got a 4 trick there. So there's no point in me building a fortress trying to shoot out or trying to do anything. I'm severely more better just camping is the word I'm basically using here. Just camping. Because look for me, I'm in the circle. So there's only 12 people left, so I want to try and get in the 10 marker. If we can try and get in the 10 marker, happy days. No, it's camping, but I'm trying to talk to you about other stuff as well. So what I'm trying to say as well is, with regards to the press conference, it should have been handled better. But one thing I've got to say is, it's pretty obvious that Logan Paul was the one that touched KSI first. So in KSI's defence, his retaliation was only rightly given, because at the end of the day, it was Logan Paul that decided to take the first initiative to hit someone. So I'm just firing. If I could just see from this angle, I'd be happy days. Yeah. I can see something over there, but I'm just trying to. Obviously, I don't want to get myself caught. I'm going to top something. I don't know. There we are. Some people up there. Not enough ammo, and I don't really want to use the next one. Oh crap! I'd much prefer to use. I know that's going to be better, closer accuracy, but. There you go, right. Whee! That way. Where the hell am I going? Oh, that was like it's a ninja style. Put me into that area, then dead me. I don't care. I play second. From going from 27th to second place, man. I am not fussed. Even if I didn't kill anybody. But considering it was my first time ever playing it, and I got second place within what? Within a couple of, within like what, 20 minutes I got second place. I don't care. I don't care even if I got made to look embarrassed by doing it that way. Still got second place, and I've only played it for a couple of minutes. That's quite impressive for me. But like, it's that type of game though. You're either the type of person that goes in battle and try and get as many kills as possible, or the type of person that's like sneaky and wants to get, and why not? The purpose of the game. I can't do going in gun blazing until I myself am ready for that, not until my own skills are that good at it. Apart from that, it's like just do it the way I do it. But obviously I get the purpose. If you want to be that way, you've got to get the experience, which means you've got to go in and just keep dying over and over and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Like I said, I don't mind this game. I think the game, the design, everything is fantastic. I think the fact is to give it up free as well, that itself is amazing. That's a great thing to do. I like that a lot. But the thing is though, it's just not my forte. I will play other battle. You get what I mean. Right, that's why I'm here as well. Like I said, for those of you who have not watched my last video, I just thought I'd let you know I will be moving house. And I will be so all this will be changing. Now at this moment in time, as you know, I've got the green screen up, so obviously this looks the same, so you'll never know until I take it down. So you'll see my next house, and I will actually do you will have it where my green screen's not there, because when I first did these videos, people like more of the lights I have and stuff, how it had lights and shining and stuff like that, and the lights in the background. So I will do that. I'll just put the green screen up because my room's a bit of a mess, to be honest, so I don't mind. Pretty good. Twenty Hood asks, would I do a 24-hour challenge with someone in a couple of weeks? Depends on what the challenge is, and I don't think I want to do a kill them 24-hour one. I think they're a bit silly. Sorry about that, just replying messaging wise. I don't know, 24-hour challenge is maybe later on. Just depends on how this channel pans out. It may be like worth doing. I should guys remember, think like back when the PlayStation 1 came out, you had Gran Turismo, and you did licenses and stuff like that. I can't remember, they used to have like specials where you do like a 12-hour challenge or 24-hour one, and you used to be able to drive. Now I don't think I don't know, I couldn't remember, I never did them, you see, and I'm sure, I think it was actual, I don't know if it was an actual 24-hour challenge or if it was just like a limited period of time, but it may be worth looking for one of them and doing that, doing like an hour challenge. So, so maybe worth that. I'm only saying because Trinity wants to know, and that's the reason why I'm saying it. But maybe worth doing one of them. Because if we do a 24-hour challenge, it's going to be difficult. Just for around here, there's no way you can really go where you'd be safe. So it would be good doing that, I suppose. Just quickly, because I'm going to end the stream after this chat. I only wanted to do a couple of rounds. I only wanted to do a bit more just to give you guys a bit of a taste, to make and a bit of an update, so to speak. Because obviously I do the videos, and it's to me it's not enough. And obviously, are you guys not going to watch me for half an hour babble on and on? But if you enjoy the game, then obviously you're going to watch this. I'm not that good at playing this. I will play it some more. I will do some more live streaming this, of course I will, because especially if you guys want to see it. It is at this moment in time the top ranked game out there. People just love it that much and spent that much money on it. It's top grossing, top ranked, top game played, so to speak. So I've got to play it at some point, you know. I'm just talking to my girlfriend. We've had a bit of a rough patch today, should I say. Things happen. It's relationships. It's how things go. All relationships. I just like to put a note of that. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Even after today not being, I'll take some responsibility on talking to you about certain things and it making you a certain way and that being a problem, but what you've got to think is why was I that way in the first place? What made me that way in the first place? People forget that little ditty detail, that I didn't do it because I wanted to have a go. I didn't do it because that's what I think you needed. I didn't do it out of the blue for nothing. I do it for a reason. I do it because of you doing something that you know you should not be doing. And if you are doing that, or what they know it is, then that's as someone said, it's a problem. It is a problem because obviously you're not happy with the situation you're in for you to go and do something like that. So it's like what you realistically should have done is talk to me first and said something, either what you want or what you don't want, rather than just go and do something else. You know, it just makes more sense. And that's what somebody asked me. The Hodge twins before got asked, what is the key to a good long relationship? And they're spot on right. Communication. It's not about love, it's not about honesty, trust, and if the bedroom department, money, security. It's about communication. If you communicate good between the pair of you, you can then work it out better. And if you work it out better, you overcome them challenges, which makes you from being like that to like that. Very, very close. You come very close just by talking. It's just simple as that. And you have to trust that person to know that they're not going to have a go at you or run their mouth off or go and do something stupid or anything like that, because you're then being a community person. But the only reason I'm saying for is because I can't say too much, obviously, because it ends up being in a personal matter. But you always say to a person, put yourself in my shoes, and it was your partner doing something that you didn't agree with. What would you do? Sit there and do nothing whatsoever and allow it to keep continuing and keep happening? And then you being the person that ends up being depressed, you're the person that ends up being like not knowing what to do and how you're feeling and stuff like that, and eventually doing something stupid. Or go and try and talk to them about it. But when you do try and talk to them about it, the person that's done the wrong thing tries swapping it around and saying, but it's your fault. But even though you haven't done anything and it isn't your fault at all, they try and swap it to make it is your fault. It's like, how do you get over that situation? How do you get past that? If you're not willing to accept your mistake and agree to talk about it, then don't go and run your mouth off to everybody else trying to make your partner look like the bad guy when it's not your partner's fault. It's your fault. You did this and you created what happened, not your partner. And that's the problem, because they try and make it look like your partner did this and your partner did that. Your partner didn't do anything except try and talk to you because your partner got upset. Am I only the person that thinks that that's a normal human way of life? Because if you don't think like that, if you don't think that when you do something wrong you either have to own up to it and talk to your partner and hope things get good, or you don't own up to it and you leave your partner because you can't admit what you're doing wrong is actually wrong. But I won't go into much more detail. It's the only thing is, if I don't know, I just got to be careful what I say. That's all I'm going to say in it. It chews me up inside, because rather than talk, it's you talk to somebody else. Rather than tell the truth, it's you bend it or you lie about it. And it's like then I'm the bad guy, and it's like, but I didn't do anything. Literally, I'm here playing this, I'm here doing this. And it's like, so how can I do anything else if I'm here doing this? Now we're not talking about cheating or anything like that. I've never done that in my life. And I said, because I believe you, I'm not that type of person, and a million years to do that, because I just think it's so wrong. It's been done to me, and that's how I know what signs to look out for. You know, I know red flags when I see them. It's pretty darn obvious. So the problem being is, though, when I got with this girl, it's been like nearly 10 years, and you can see 10 years, you get to know that person, you know when things are right, when things are wrong. So knowing that information, it's like I know when to talk to you about something, but I can't read your mind. You know, and if you want something, you know what I mean, because say if you're unhappy or something like that, then you're never going to resolve that situation unless you actually open the mouth and speak and say, I'm unhappy because of, can we do something about it? You know, and it happens a lot. You know what I mean? It happens a lot. A lot of couples out there don't talk about it and try and just ignore it, and the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do. You can bottle little things up here and there, but even then, realistically, if it's bugging you, that little thing that's a little bit of bug now in a couple of years becomes like the main thing that splits you up because you're that annoyed about it. Talk about it. Open your mouth. Be open. Be honest with your partner and talk about what's upsetting you. Talk about, if you're unhappy, talk to them. Why? What's making you unhappy? If you're thinking about looking for another person, talk to them before you do it. Why are you pushing them that way? Why does it look like you're doing that for? Then what can you do about it? Is it worth carrying on and working on it, or is it worth just calling it a day and go somewhere else? If you're not willing to talk about anything, then you're setting yourself up for fail. And when it comes to, I don't think this person's ever going to watch this in early years, but when it comes to trust being a key issue, it's because you get trust from being trustworthy. You do not get trust from being you're obviously not trustworthy, but what I'm saying is you lose trust by lying, you lose trust by hiding information, and the worst part is when someone tells you to lie, or somebody tells you to hide something, they're not exactly supporting you. They're not exactly being the person that they say they are. Because a true friend, relative, parent would support you and say, listen, that's not right, you can't do that to someone. You have to talk about it. And if you think that's wrong, you don't deserve to have a relationship. Because if you can't be open and honest with your partner and you have to hide things, then what are you doing? Because you're setting yourself up to fail. It's as simple as that. It's simple as that. You're setting yourself up to fail. It won't work. You think you can have a relationship and hide stuff and lie stuff and think, oh yeah, I'll never get caught. I'm not being funny, but everybody gets caught. No matter how good you think you are, everybody gets caught in the end. Whether it takes a day or a year or 10 years, you still get caught. And it still backfires in your face. And it's like, why can't you just talk about it? Why can't you just be open and honest about it? Why can't you just say, I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because of this, that, and another. And just a little key thing here I just thought I'd point out. If you're unhappy the way you are, but yet your partner is doing everything to make you happy by taking you out, by taking you wherever you want to go, by going places you could normally never get to, and that's making you happy because you're at a place you really want to go, when that person leaves, how do you get there without them? When there's nobody else in the line ready and willing to take you to the same places, you're starting afresh over again. So, you know, and it's like, cause that heartbreak of losing that person is hard enough, but it's a new fresh one. And what you've got to ask yourself the question of is, why did you let that person go? If they hadn't done anything and they're willing to be there for you all the time and they're trying the hardest with you, and yet you're not talking about what the problem is to you, then how are you going to get another person and be better? You're not. You're going to be the same, and it's going to happen over and over and over until inevitably when you get that age where you're alone. And it's like, because at what point do you grow up? At what point do you listen to yourself and say, I need to open up, I need to talk? And because men do it all the time, men always bottle up, I've got to be a man, I've got to be strong, and it's like, no. The most deaths of mental health when it comes to suicide is men. Men have the higher suicide death rating in the world because men bottle up and don't want to talk about it, but yet because it looks wrong, and that's why women go and talk about it. But look at it this way: women go and talk about it to therapists, to family, to stuff. They get what they're after. They get even if it's attention, if that's what they're after, then they get it. But yet that's what stops them from going further ahead. Men don't have that, so men have to sit there and suffer in silence. They get blamed for stuff they haven't done. Get blamed for doing nothing, you know, and it's wrong. People have to own what's wrong with them and talk about it. And if you're the type of person that tells that person, just leave him, he's no good for you, then who are you to say that? Who are you to say that when it's not your relationship? You don't know that relationship. You're not that relationship. It's not you. You don't know the ins and outs of what's really going on. You don't know who's being honest and who's not. So I'm just trying to say, support the person by listening to them, by asking the right questions. If that's what they claim you're doing, then are you? And if you are, why? That's the question you should be asking, not just do one, leave them. You're gonna create a problem. And the worst part is, what people don't see is what you say to other people affects them and their relationship. If you've got two friends that you're good friends and they're a couple, right? And both of them are good friends and they come to you for advice separately, right? And one says she's done this, and she comes here and says he's done this, and you're in the centre of that. Do you turn around and tell them to, well, just split up and do one? I know you've been together for X amount of years. I know you're madly in love, but just split up and go for it. Knowing these two are the type of people that are like, they're always together as much as possible. They are the happiest when they are together, by both admittance. But yet, you try and tell them to go the opposite direction. Then after, let's just say for instance, they do that, right? They're going to come back to you again, but this time, they're going to be in a state of depression. I miss her, I miss him. Why? Because he was the love of my life, because she was the love of my life. You know, it's my first time ever. And but what happens inevitably is when they look at it, it comes back to it's not that person's fault, it's not that person's fault, it's your fault. Because you didn't give the support they required. You just tried ending it there and then. And it's the thing with the Hodge twins. If you listen to what a lot of they say, it's a lot of the support they give is great advice, unlicensed but professional, and they're true what they're saying. It's like it boils down to communication is the first step to getting over anything. Good communication, good relationship. You know what I mean? And it's like last thing is like if you're cheating, or you're thinking about cheating, or if you're thinking about doing something violent or anything like that, talking about it first. And if that can't be resolved by talking, then it has to be go your separate ways, and that's a last resort, because it has to have realistically a good reason why. It can't just be, oh well, you know, something just because they moaned at you, split up. That's not support, that's shit advice. That's just real, pardon the language, that's real shit advice. Because all you're inevitably going to do is make you the person that they hate. The other person can walk away, you have to live with the other person possibility, or you have to see them on a regular basis. You just created yourself someone that's going to loathe you, because you've destroyed their relationship. Said it's not going to work out better for you. Stop thinking of yourself and think of the person and how they're going to react. Because if you can't let go of this one person now, when the next person comes along, what are you going to do? Same again. So say for instance, you've got a daughter and she's got a boyfriend, and then and say the boyfriend goes, and you've got your daughter now starts resenting you because you interfered rather than supporting. Then she gets another person and they come in and they're worse, so you split that one up. Then she gets another person that's a little bit better, but you split that one up as well. At what point do you realise that you're the bad guy? At what point do you realise that you're the one causing them? It's like that your daughter listens to you on your advice and hangs on to every word. But at the end of the day, regardless to what experience you have, it should just be support for them, not like pure attack. Because if they're old enough to make their own decisions, let them. Don't just try and split stuff up, or don't just like sit there and go, oh well, you know this, that. No, that's shit advice. Support them. Support them. Be there for them. Just turn around and say, listen, whatever decision you make is your choice. Because at the end of the day, if they're being violent, or if they're being violent, or if they're being violent, or they're being disloyal, or they're doing adultery, then yeah, that justifies you need to let them go. That justifies that. But and if they're controlling to the point where it's like they're putting you into a dangerous situation, then yeah, they need to go. But if they're not that, then what's your problem? Why would you want to ruin someone's love life? Someone who has meaningful feelings to another person, that it goes to their deepest roots of their heart. That why would you want to split that up unless it's for your own gain? Because like I said, at the end of the day, inevitably it comes back to resenting you for doing it. You end up being the person like, well wait a minute, I was happy with this person, I could have worked on this, we could have had a family, we could have had whatever, and it's like, well, you know, and you made it happen, you made me get rid of that girl, you made me get rid of that guy. It's if you're a person that's behind these people, then I always say support them the best you can. Unless they're being violent, or unless they're doing something they shouldn't, then it's like you need to tell them why. And if they're not, then I said, then just support them, just talk to them. And the first thing I always say to my friends when I'm supporting them over something that they're going through, I always say, you need to talk. You need to go to that person, you need to talk about it calmly, sit there, have a good chat, and see what's making this happen. Why is it being that way? You know, because at the end of the day, say, because if that person opens up and says, listen, I'm unhappy because, or I'm disappointed, or, you know, I'm fed up with, you know, at least you're starting the conversation, at least you're starting the fixing point to something. That's what I mean. It's just, so with my private life stuff going on, it's like, you know, I'm in that situation with my own girlfriend at this moment in time. We've been together for 10 years, and it's like nothing's happened. I'm not saying, right, none of us has cheated, none of us are creating any violence, none of us are doing anything we don't want to do. It's just things happen, you know, and things happen in certain areas, and it's like if you're gonna blame someone, it's like think of what it is first rather than just going it's your fault, your fault, your fault. It's like think why you were in that state, think why are you that way, and what caused that to happen. Did I do it? Did I force you? Did I make you do something? Did I push you into doing something? Or did you do this of your own free will? Did you do this because you wanted to do it? And it's like, and if that's the case, then if you're upset or angry because of your partner not liking what you did, then accept that responsibility, because inevitably it is your fault. It's not your partner's fault for finding out what happened, it's your fault for doing it. And if you are doing it, then you need to open your mouth, talk to your partner on it don't have to be why you did it, you just have to tell them why you are the way you are, what's creating this, what's making this happen at the end of the day. And if that way, then it's like you then talk it out, and like I said, it makes you go from like being like that to like that, makes you stronger together. Or it splits you up. It's as simple as that. It's the way it works. Do one more game before we go, because I've been shambling the other one. Let's see how good we did. I died straight away. I said I'm not fussed about the stats. But like I said, well, what I've said, if you guys understand what I mean, or if it makes sense, then please comment below to what you think, or the reason why you think I'm right, or if you think I'm wrong, then comment below. And let me know. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm asking you guys for feedback. It's like, am I right? If you've got a problem with a relationship, would the first thing you want to do is use communication, talk to the person, and to why that it's going the way it's going, or would it just be a case of ignore your partner, bottle it up? And I'm not saying my partner has done anything stupid. What I am trying to say no is she nearly did something, it nearly happened, and it's like that itself is like, well, why? It's like, why? It's at the end of the day, it says, what is it I'm not giving you that you want? And I understand what it is I understand what it was that she does want, but the thing is, so she was getting it, and it's not in the bedroom. Don't worry, it's not that. She was getting what she really wanted, and it's like, well, I was giving you the affection, the love, the attention. It was there, all of it. It's like, well, and you try to say that I wasn't when I was. So it's like, and then when he asked you all about all this stuff, it's like, well, your excuse basically was I don't know why. That was it. I don't know why. And it's like, well, how can I help you if you don't even know yourself why? So, but at least I want to talk about it and see what I can do to help. But again, if you guys think I'm wrong, then please comment below. You know, I'd like to know if I was wrong, why. If I am wrong in what I'm saying, then at least tell me why. You know, at least say, well, you're wrong because of whatever. At least and the question basically is, if you've got a problem with your relationship, would the key thing to be communication? Do you think to keep a good, long, happy relationship is communication, or do you think it's something else? So, ooh, launchpad. I got myself a launchpad. Relationship troubles. The good part about it, at least there's one key element that I do like. I've been with my partner long enough to know when things are seriously bad and when things are not so seriously bad, and this is one of them where it's not as bad as what some people think it is. It's not as bad as what some people think it is, because you'll always get people that are trying to interfere with your relationship. You'll always get them. And it's how to deal with them is a key element to that. But in it, like I said, you'll always get someone it's trying to interfere somehow, and it's dealing with that and understanding. It's dealing with that and understanding how to deal with that, you know. The thing is, the thing is that it's somebody that I was talking to. It's like they turn around and it's like their thing was like, oh well, you know that you know, you're this, you're that, you're whatever, and it's like one person I knew was like saying, oh well, you know, it was one person saying like, you know, like you may be too immature or this, that, and other, and it's like, cause I'm like, well, I'm 32, you know, I was 32, I'm like, I know I'm an adult. I know I said I'm 32. My partner, well, I'm not gonna tell her age because she may not want it to be public knowledge. And I thought, because I'm not immature, I don't. Yeah, alright, I play games, and people are like, well, you know, you're playing games, such and such. So I said, but at the end of the day, because I may be playing games, but when it comes to real life, I can't be any more an adult than I am. Wait, that. I go now. That's just got Gamedress. What's up, man? Hey. Turn the back. My first time playing Fortnite, so please. Say I'm not that good. I don't know. I'm not that good, but I will get better. I did get second last game, so I've not been playing it for long. Oh. We'll look it up in a circle. That's good. Anyway, I think the outcome. Just gotta say then. I think the outcome towards the KSI and LoganPaul boxing. I think I could put it with LoganPaul's accuracy not so good at this moment in time. If it works on it, it may be better. I personally think will be down to maybe a possibility of stamina, but I do know KSI has quite got the cardio. As long as I personally see KSI, I don't know. It's hard to say. They both of them have got their qualities, their good sides, and what they're good at and what they're not so good at. But how can I put it? KSI, I believe he was watching his training, watching him and the way he is and stuff like that. It's like you can see. You can see he really wants it, and I mean, so he's got the drive for it. There's a person right over there. You can see he wants it more, and I'm not saying that that's what's going to win you. What I'm going to say is, I know I'm hitting that person, but obviously this one isn't good enough for long range. It's gonna be crap. Go, 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 go. No issues. Cheers, man. My first time, it's the first time I said just sit back and enjoy, dude. I didn't think I'd ever play I weren't initially wanting to play Fortnite, if I'm being honest. Just because there's so many people playing it, it got to the point where just so many people playing it, it was like being overdone. Everybody was playing it, and all my subscribe. I shouldn't put it. Everybody I'm subscribed to, all that was come up on my subscriber list was just basically was pretty much just that. It was like Fortnite to the point where, like, for God's sake, Fortnite again, Jesus. It's like, cannot be something else. It's just Fortnite again, so I ended up like not unsubscribing, but I had to like do something about it because it kind of got annoying. But I'm playing Fortnite now just purely because before I get the next Battlefield, or before I get the next Call of Duty, I want to try and get back to used to playing battle royale style. And I know I've got Battlefield 1 that I could just play, but I think that's been outplayed. Squid&WEAZY, again, played that to death, and it's got to the point now where it's like it's got to the point where it's like there's nothing. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen the trolls. Everybody's seen what you can and can't do and stuff like that. So it gets to the point where it's like this. You can only watch a battle royale so many times before you think, oh, I've seen that, I've done that. It's like you can see it as well by Ninja, for instance. You can see Ninja starting to get quite kind of not sick of it, but you can see he's getting like, oh god, again, and he's trying to find like new and inventive ways. He's trying to find new and inventive ways to like spice up the game, so to speak. I get obviously there is some sort of add-ons and stuff. It's not a person right here somewhere. I know there's two people fighting at one stage, because obviously this is here, so oh, sure, what's it? Let's get a bit of height. Yeah, so you can see Ninja's sort of like getting to the point where it's like, oh dude, I'm getting sick of this. And you can see his lack of enthusiasm as well. That was quite clear. That was quite abundantly clear as well. His lack of enthusiasm was. Let's get the map going. Ha! Look at that! I couldn't got any close to the circle if I tried. Damn. Basically, technically speaking, I could literally camp right here, not move, and get down to the last people until more people come along. But I'm not doing that, because then that'd be a boring game. Yeah, so you can. So what I'm saying, you can see like the lack of enthusiasm for like Ninja. It's get to the point where you can see it in his face, getting absolutely bored of it. I get that you're making money off Twitch. Like, I'd happily settle for a million a month, wouldn't you? You know, if you have to just have to play this all the time, yeah, I'll play. But again, it gets tedious, and that's where a lot of people end up falling down, because like they get sick of it. Regardless to the money, it comes like it's just down to your paycheck, and it's just like a regular job then, isn't it? Now, am I alone here? There's 28 people left, but it's like, hello, where are you all? No, I'm not going to jump for that. Nope, and I'm looking at my board. I keep seeing that. That's a cute little effect. Yeah, it's like I can't see anybody. I must be alone in this area, but the thing is though, I'm in the circle, so there's no point in me trying to run off everywhere else. And yes, I get the fact is, wouldn't you build a fort and go up? I suppose I could. Ah. See someone right there. See, to me, like I said, I'd rather run and hide. Sounds daft. I'd rather run and hide. Yeah, I would seriously rather just run and hide. Oh, we can't. There you go. Get up. Nope. Place 10th at least. I'm not fussed. Good result for me. I'm not bothered. Well, just have to get used to it. I'm not willing to put in the hours. That's the thing. I'm not willing to sit here hour after hour after hour after hour trying to play it. Because if you not noticed, right, you've got like stuff like Rice Gum and Banks who have openly said, "Oh, we played this for hours and hours and end," right? No, up to them. But if you notice, because they've done that, no vlogging videos. it kind of like disappeared because it took over everything. So not that I'm saying that that's not good, that's not a bad thing. What I'm saying is, you notice that like my favourite YouTubers, the higher end ones, you've noticed their videos of like sort of like come off the screen, or they've dropped. Rather than having like a couple of videos, they've gone like down to like one video a month or 2 months, or you know. And even myself, I can't say nothing because like I said, my last video I uploaded of gaming was ages ago. It was Uncharted 4 when I played that one. But at the end of the day, it's like I will play this again, and I will keep doing it, and I will keep playing it more and more, and eventually I will get okay to it, I suppose. But for my first ever Fortnite, you know what I mean, I don't mind. I might do a mini series like 10 videos on it and just leave it at that, and then go for next let's play, or just see how it goes. Because at the end of the day, so I know people like it, but the thing is, so I'm not doing this for the views. I know people going, you're not doing it for the views. Yeah, I'm not, because I don't get monetized. You know what I mean? I don't make money off this. To me, it's just for your entertainment, for you to watch someone like me, your first timer, playing it and dying miserably or doing not too bad, even if I am sneaking around. I'm not fussed. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye bye.